What's going on YouTube? It's Justin, and I just wanted to check in with you guys. I finally made it into Masters, so that is something that I did accomplish recently, and so I'm very, very excited about that. As you can see, I've already lost in Masters. I'm down to 1186, but at the end of the day, I did make it to Masters, which was my main goal for this first season. So that has been very nice, and I kind of wanted to just tell you guys how I got here. In this video, I'm actually going to be going over the 5 best solo queue Pokemon to use all the way up to Masters. So let's exit the lobby here. Let's go through the Pokemon that I prefer to use and that I used to get myself up to Masters. For the most part, I did solo queue. There's a few times where I played with 2 friends, maybe 1 friend. We just duo queued. Honestly, I think 2, if you have 1 friend with you, it feels like the game's a little bit more difficult. Whenever I had 3 people, it actually played pretty well, and I feel like solo queue might be better than duo. But the main Pokemon I use, my main Greninja, obviously, that's the one I played the most games with. On my way up to Master, Greninja just kind of controls the game, best DPS, don't really need to spend a lot of time on it. Let's see if it'll let me. So the main items that I use on my Greninja are going to be Focus Band, Buddy Barrier, as with everybody, and then Muscle Band. So nothing crazy there. Greninja, pretty standard. The next one I used was Gardevoir. The reason why Gardevoir worked for me in solo queue at least is I could steal objectives, deal out a ton of damage with the Side Shock, and then using I believe is what it was, or Moonblast. It's Moonblast. So Moonblast with the Psyshock was the big move on Gardevoir. So whenever you do that, if you know how to use Gardevoir, you can actually use Psyshock, and then you can use Moonblast while you're Psyshocking as well as basic attacks. So you can really deal out a whole lot of damage once you learn how to use that and actually just kind of put things together and just absolutely obliterate teams. Honestly, when they all kind of pile on Dreadnought and stuff, you can get a whole lot of kills. Same thing as around Zapdos, and your still ability with Psyshock is also just very, very strong. So, and using Moonblast to stun the things that are around your objectives is a big thing to do. So you can Psyshock Moonblast, stun everything around it, so you can almost ensure your final hit. Obviously, you have your ranged attackers, which won't help you too much if you're, Moonblasting at the objective, but it is what it is. So Gardevoir was my number 2. Zero Aura was another one that I used a lot. Very, very strong, especially in one-on-one situations. Discharge, as long as you can run jungle, very strong. Now, Zero Aura I haven't used much as I got to the higher tiers because I don't feel like it's optimal. I feel like if I'm going jungle, Greninja's the better play. But early levels, Zero Aura just absolutely dominates. Going up through Veteran, I mean, I was getting probably 15 to 20 kills most games with Zero Aura. He is absolutely devastating to new players because they just don't know how to play around it at all. So Zero Aura, very, very good early levels grinding if you want to just completely control a game. My 4th best, obviously, Cinderace is a very, very strong attacker. As you guys may be able to tell by now, I am attack main. I don't like to play defender that much. I've played some support with Blissey and Wigglytuff, but for me, those are not roles that I played to climb. Usually if I play those roles, my team is losing because I just feel like I'm a better attack main than most of the people I end up getting paired with. I'm not going to say that I'm top tier attacker, but I will say that I'm better than most of the people I get queued up with in this game. So Cinderace, very standard. He's changed a little bit with some of the buffs and nerfs. I no longer use the Blaze Kick variant. I do use Pyro Ball. I think it helps just having a range of damage to where I can damage multiple things with the Pyro Ball. I can steal objectives with the Pyro Ball. I feel like it's just a little bit stronger. Sometimes I can steal several Bs at the same time with Pyro Ball. There's just more versatility out of it, in my opinion. So yeah, Pyro Ball, Cinderace. Obviously, you still use Feint as the better move. I've used Flame Charge just to test it out a little bit, and yes, it does help. with damage. You can dash through things. Pyro Ball, kind of just clean up some bees very quickly, but overall, Feint is still just better to escape those really bad situations that you can sometimes end up in because people just try to take out the Cinderace and Greninja before going after the defenders. And then the last Pokemon that I used in climbing and what actually got me to Masters is Blastoise. I did use the Water Spout Rapid Spin build. Now on Blastoise, the main items that I used, which is a big question for a lot of people at this point because he's so new, let me just show you real quick what I used on all of those Pokemon. So I can go to held items here. So Cinderace, you can see what I used, very standard. Don't really need to go over that too much. Let's go to Blastoise. So this is what I used last night, but that was in testing. So what I've actually been using is the Energy Amplifier. I feel like the extra damage after you use your Ignite move is just huge. Yeah, I usually get off about 40 Ignite moves a game, so that's very, very strong in my opinion. I mean, having the cooldown reduction and the Ignite move charge rate going up, these two are just very obvious. Focus Band helps you with Torrent anyways. It also helps you just stay alive. Buddy Barrier helps you stay alive. More HP, you get the shield, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's go through some of the other ones that I went through. So that was the 5th one. We had Gardevoir. Gardevoir is pretty standard. I mean, she's Focus Band, Buddy Barrier, Wise Glasses. You'll see that throughout most builds for most people. Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. All of them pretty much played the exact same items except Wise Glasses on Gardevoir and Energy Amplifier on the Blastoise. So thank you guys for watching. Those are the 5 best Pokemon to climbing in solo queue and getting you to Masters.